What's up, everybody? This is JWong, and we are back with some, I would say opinions. So a lot of people have been asking me, hey, make my dream Marvel's Capcom 4 roster. So I decided to make an MVC 4 roster, and I think I got the best-selling game of all time. You let me know in the comments below if you can make a better list than me, and how do you feel about my list? Like, share, subscribe. You guys already know, and we'll see you in the video. You have to really keep on brand, I guess. Ruby Heart. I don't care. It's been a while, especially with like a new modern take with Ruby Heart. She already was pretty awesome in Marvel 2, just like the traps, the combos. I think she would be a lot better actually. Another character that doesn't really get a lot of burn, we got to put our homie Bass. The last game he was ever in was like what, Mega Man Power Battles? But just because you don't really see him, you just see like X and Zero. For Marvel, this is going to be an interesting one. So obviously there's like Rogue, right? Besides Rogue, there's always another character that can kind of do similar things, and I feel like having her in the game would be pretty interesting. Mystique. Tell me Mystique wouldn't be cool, right? She could be like the Shang Tsung of the game. I think that would be pretty darn cool. Take your abilities, transform into yourself, and then, use like combos, or even her combos can go into it. You already have characters like Spiral that can like has a super and just transform them. And then another character I feel like that's been in Marvel games but wasn't playable, Jubilee. Like, she could just do the fireworks. You can kind of just like scatter projectiles everywhere. I mean, she was in Marvel 1 like as an assist. Jubilee as a Marvel 1, they already have her sprites. And you know what, Phoenix, but I'm down for Jean Grey though. This is who I always wanted in Marvel, but they made her into Phoenix, so I was actually completely pissed. Let's see, let's go back to Capcom. You're so popular, Strider, and we love you so much. I mean, I love Strider a lot. I think Strider is always like so cool, like that amazing ninja character. I don't think you can really say he's like not great. Like, everyone I think kind of likes Strider. And we gotta go like basic Ryu. He's never not in a Marvel game. But if we had Street Fighter 6 Ryu and he could like do like more cool stuff with like Denjin install, I think he'll be pretty. I think that'd be pretty cool. I would definitely make Ryu better and not just ordinary guy. I also love Jin. Jin is definitely way better in my personal opinion than Spencer. Screw Spencer, and we're keeping Jin in. I think another character that Capcom did such a great job with and nobody really cared because it's MVCI, Monster Hunter. I personally love Monster Hunter. I thought Monster Hunter was one of the coolest characters in Marvel Infinite. They did such a great job of her. If anything, I would just probably give her more supers that introduced monsters. Kind of like how Jill was able to bring like infected and zombies. Definitely make Rathalos come out. Even like what if like she ride the monster, kind of the thing. Like, you know how like Sun ride Nimbus? What if she just ride like the Rathalos, like Monster Hunter story? Yeah, I'm gonna say this is pretty self-explanatory. Come on, we got Chun-Li in there. Let's go back to the Marvel side. Actually, I think Iron Fist was kind of like a waste. No, his show didn't hit. I put that Shang-Chi. I gotta throw a Shang-Chi in there. But I'll give you a banger. I will give you a banger right now. You ready for a banger? Boom. Look at that. Now you guys know you wanted Nightcrawler in a Marvel fighting game for the longest time. Yeah, that's a banger right there. Nightcrawler. Tell me he wouldn't cook. Oh man, teleport mix-ups and everything. He would freaking cook, bro. You guys know who needs to be in the game in order for me to play it and and chill it. The boo, the wife, easy. Yeah, no problem, right? Storm has to be in it. You're saying this is X-Men versus Capcom so far? I think Venom was super sick in MVCI. Venom was actually pretty cool in general. I think like in general, like he's kind of like that big brawler-ish like husky guy. So like he could kind of be like a bruiser. Venom for the kids, right? Venom for the kids. And I think Venom, I think MVC 1, MVC 2 Venom was just so boring, but MVCI Venom, they were cooking. I want Black Cat in this game. Black Cat? What do you mean, dude? She gonna just fight. She gonna cook. Obviously, when you got Wolverine, kinda need Logan back. And you know what? You guys are 100% right. With Logan, must come with the partner Deadpool. Like, I actually love Deadpool now because of Deadpool and Deadpool 3. We're gonna throw an oddball pick out here, and I'm gonna put, I think Guy would be actually pretty cool in Marvel's Capcom. You said DiCaprio? Hell nah. Y'all tripping with DiCaprio. Nah, I think Guy would be pretty cool. Even the music. Imagine the music be playing there. With Guy, I'll give you a fan service character. Hayato. If you guys remember Hayato, you probably were like, yo, he's the coolest character in the game. When Marvel vs. Capcom 2 came out. And then you're like, I don't know where he's from, but he's the coolest guy. Original character Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is probably what most people are saying when they first like saw Hayato, because he's like the coolest character. Oh my god, he has a Jedi lightsaber. Everything about him was amazing. You know, Segza man, yeah, you know. I gotta go with Manat. I think Manat as a zoner would be actually pretty freaking badass. 1000%. Manat would be crazy good in Street Fighter. Well, in Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Hell yeah, bro. That was my main. Dude, a Manat, if she throws these orbs everywhere, he does the V-Trigger 2, V-Trigger 1. Bro, that's mix. We're gonna go for Tiffany. We need our blonde hair characters. We don't have too many blonde hair characters. But Tiffany from Rival Schools, we need more Rival School love. You know, speaking of safe picks, you know, Capcom loves their Devil May Cry characters in their Marvel games. I think I'm motivated. Yep, I'm motivated. Everyone loves him. He's on everybody's team. Might as well bring him back. You know, I thought the mods were so good that I think Rashid would be perfect. Because, you know, I don't think Capcom characters have like a rushdown character like a Magneto. And the thing is, Sea Viper wasn't even like rushdown, but I want something where like Magneto just kicks you in the head. I feel like with Rashid, and you see how like in Street Fighter 6, Street Fighter 5, Rashid just kicked people in the head. Go back to the Marvel side. Oh man, made a comeback, huh? Kind of hard to find sword characters. Like Deadpool has a sword, but you really know him as his like guns besides swords. At least in Marvel 3. Nightcrawler, I don't even know if his moveset will have swords, even though he does. The picture has swords, but for sure you could count on Blade to use multiple weapons, right? I do want a fast character, so I'm gonna put Quicksilver in here, just for speed, right? I think like a speedy character, like just run over you. He's mad fast, full screen dash and everything like that. We'll go for a safe pick right here. We're gonna go with Magnash. Yeah, you gotta have the blue Magneto color. The blue Magneto color, like light kick. Speaking of light kick, someone that likes to use light punch. I am Iron Man. You know what? I'm tired of Red Venom. I want Carnage. Carnage could literally just be a different type of moveset. Like he could be like the Dalsim. He could definitely be like the Dalsim of the game. Let's go back to Capcom. You know who I was a really huge fan of? Charlie. I'd rather have Charlie than Guile. I think Charlie's combos were just so cool. Really, he's like literally the cooler version of Guile. You guys were talking about lots of characters in the chat. Of course, I have him. The mirrors would be so good in this game. It could be like the new Strider Doom Trap with just Urian Aegis Reflector. Hell yeah. I'm a member of Stars. Oh, and I don't want no Marvel 3 Jill. Marvel 3 Jill was ass. I love Marvel 2 Jill. But Marvel 3 Jill was whack. If there's Virgil, there's obviously Dante. And I didn't put Trish in the game.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light.
I was like, no, I don't want Trish. And then we are going to go with Ken. It's just really hard. I feel like in a Marvel vs. Capcom game, you're forced to kind of put your Shoutouts in the game. Must be part of the franchise. Must be part of the franchise. You guys love my Akuma comebacks. Imagine if Akuma wasn't in the game. But you know who I do want, and I've been wanting him since forever, and they just keep disrespecting him? Put some respect on my man Dimitri. Y'all don't want Dimitri in the game when he could just Midnight Bliss and just turn every character into a creature or like a woman. Like, y'all disrespecting Dimitri so hard. What about Carnage, Venom? That's obvious. Peter Parker, he sells Marvel's Capcom 4. We need Peter Parker's like most infamous villain, right? Because of the movies. Green Goblin.
Mind gobbling these nuts?
I personally love Green Goblin, the Spider-Man rivalry more than Spider-Man Venom, Gambit. And it's not because of the movie, so cool or whatever. I always loved Gambit. I felt like I always had a soft spot, and he's just such a sick character. And like, you know, his kinetic cards. You know, we have Magneto Storm. Come on, Sentinel. Of course, we're gonna have Sentinel. Of course, we're gonna have the robot. You need to have the Mutant Hunter. So I don't want Rocket Raccoon. I want Groot. And then he uses Rocket Raccoon as like an assist. It could kind of be like a puppet character. You obviously have easy choices. Yeah, you just cannot have you just cannot not have Hulk. You know how many little kids just like to play Hulk and they just like Hulk slam. Like Hulk brings promises and dreams to FGC life. I don't think there's any other cooler gun character that Capcom made besides Cable. The coolest gun character that Capcom has ever produced in a fighting game. I think we can add also a confusing character, Loki. You can kind of use like body doubles to like kind of like Kagenbushi no Jutsu, where you just like people get hit and then you bait them with Loki clones. Avengers Assemble. It's just hard not to put Captain America in a Marvel's Capcom game. Weird, because I don't want Juggernaut in the game. I think I'm gonna replace Juggernaut with the Thing. We're going to replace. That's kind of this is kind of like I said, an oddball pick. Yeah, but the thing is, it's just like, man, like Juggernaut, he hasn't seen a light of day for a very long time. Like in my fantasy world, let's go to Capcom. So we got Guy. Obviously, we need to have Cody. Our final fight stands. We're not gonna choose Zangief, then we'll choose the other person with a lariat, Hagar. I also actually did put Hugo. I think if we could just exaggerate Hugo to like as like a giant, like Hugo could be like the Capcom Sentinel. I want Hugo to be the Capcom Sentinel. All right, Dogstalkers. Y'all left him for dead. Y'all left my man Donovan for dead. Donovan needs to come back in the game. You know what? We're gonna go for first time he would ever come into a Marvel's Capcom game. Tell me Vega wouldn't be so sick. You understand how fast he would be? Oh my god, wall dot. Yeah, Vega would be perfect. I think Vega. Ooh, Vega would be so cool. You know what? We're gonna go for another oddball pick. Shoma from Rival Schools. Yeah, I don't want Batsu, bro. I'm trying to say I don't want no typical characters. Give me a guy with a huge baseball bat, and if I hit you with a baseball bat super, it's gonna super exaggerate, and I'm gonna send you to the moon. Okay, obviously you guys were talking about him. You guys keep wanting him. X. Yes, of course we're gonna have X. X, baby. This time I want Mega Man X. Like if he beats you, he takes like a skill of you. Like he's actually rogue. Like he defeats you, or he does something where he's able to like take your powers and use it for his buster. Fine. You guys keep saying Morgan. I love Morgan. I'll give you Morgan. She should be able to transform like into Lilith. Like, you know what I mean? Like she could just choose between the two. You guys remember Marvel 1 with Ryu, and then Ryu could go change into Ken and change into Akuma. That would be Morgan. Morgan could change into Lilith. You know who I thought that was really cool actually? I thought Sigma was really cool. Dude, it's hard, man. I was really thinking hard about like the characters I personally want. It's just tough. All right, so I'm gonna save that last spot because I want to explain my last spot of the Capcom. Obviously, we need Thanos. I think Thanos is like guaranteed in every like Marvel vs. Capcom future game. Daredevil would be pretty cool, just like offensive character. It was either between Daredevil or Black Panther, but because we had Black Panther in Marvel Infinite, and I didn't really like Black Panther in Marvel Infinite, I kind of chose Daredevil as like the representative of like that type of fighting style. I probably would choose Scarlet Witch well too. I think Scarlet Witch would be pretty fun just to have, kind of like another like flying character and just like does a lot of like pew 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 stuff. I feel like Doctor Doom's another character that's just hard to pass up. It's like super staple. So let me tell you about this the last slot between Marvel and Capcom. Are you guys ready? So if you look at some of these games, the bosses, right? You have like obviously you have Apocalypse and X-Men Street Fighter, and then but starting from MVC 1, right? It's always like Onslaught, right? Onslaught, you have like the Magneto and Xavier combining into one and everything like that. And then Marvel 2 is just random. I don't know what the fuck Abyss is, so who the fuck cares about Abyss? Marvel 3 is Galactus, but the MVCI, they had the Ultron Sigma. I really like the concept between like, you know, there's a evil person from Marvel and evil person from Capcom like doing shady ass shit. But a Capcom representative, we have to go with person who loves some shady ass shit. M. Bison, trying to take over everything and do everything. So now, who do you mix M. Bison with? Mr. Sinister, bro. Mr. fucking Sinister. Hell fucking tell me that's not OD. Right? Tell me that ain't a good ass combo choice, right? That choice would be so freaking cool with M. Bison and Sinister just like teaming up. This is kind of like the equivalent of like Rugal and like Bison teaming up like Capcom SNK. But Mr. Sinister with M. Bison would be crazy sick. Crazy sick. So this would be like my Marvel's Capcom 4 roster. If this Marvel's Capcom 4 was a game and I was in charge of it, they gave me all the money in the world to make Marvel's Capcom 4, this would probably be like 90, like my list of characters that I would propose to be in the game. We have to freaking do DLC just because. I know you guys were like, oh my god, I can't believe you didn't put him. Of course he is there as a DLC though. That's how we get you. That's how we get your money. That's how when we get the social media tweets about I can't believe you didn't put this character, and then we announce Cyclops as DLC month 1. Look at that. Come on, hire me, Marvel's Cap. Hire me, Marvel. Hire me, Capcom. I'm cooking right now. Who are we gonna put on the Capcom side as DLC? For the first one, this is gonna be an interesting one. You know, Phoenix Wright, but we got my man Miles Edgeworth, bro. My man, he'll get the job done. Steam refund? Nah, you don't think Miles Edgeworth is cool? Phoenix Wright. Miles Edgeworth is in there, baby. We had like Mega Man. We had Bass. I would also put Zero as DLC. I feel like Zero is just too popular of a character to not put him in. But he would also be kind of a DLC character. Yeah, it's just he's just too popular. Everyone would be like, bro, really? No Zero? Every DLC just cannot hit. So this is a turn waster. So Thor is our turn waster for number 2, because I would put Zero and Thor coming out the same time. So like you obviously would be more hyped for Zero, but then you'd be like, Thor is just there just to be there, and I'm like, yep, he's just there. Doctor Strange as another DLC from the Marvel side. Doctor Strange would be my other DLC character, just because Impact Pulse, his loops are really cool. Obviously we gotta put Jury in there, right? Just because of like Feng Shui, she pretty much already has Feng Shui on deck. It's just about it, like just the plus frames, keep the momentum going. I feel like a lot of it would be pretty cool. Gil as the 4th DLC, just like Street Fighter 5. Dormammu is a cool character. So now we're gonna put another Capcom character and then one more Marvel character. We're just gonna put Wesker in. Now this is where you have the money. This is the roster that I could see possibly happen. I know you guys are already in love with this game, Marvel's Capcom 4. And I'm going to blow your mind. This is the most DLC of all time. Like nobody is going to not buy this game. Like everyone's gonna be like, oh, I'm back in, baby. I'm back in. Oh, we got Miles Morales. Come on now. Spider-Verse? You telling me Spider-Verse ain't gonna bring you back into Marvel's Capcom 4? You already know it. You already know it, Miles Morales. Let's go. This roster, this is my dream Marvel's Capcom 4 roster with the DLC. I think I was cooking. No, that's a season 2 Psylocke. You ain't trying to make your list. That means your list is ass. Your list is non-existent. How about that? I want to see your godlike list. I want to see your crazy amazing list. This is my list. This is my dream.